What's up, guys? Welcome back to another vlog. We are starting our Tuesday morning here at IHOP. I say Tuesday because we got stuck in Denver on Monday as well. The load board in Denver has been absolutely horrendous. I've been to Denver twice before this. I've never had an issue getting out. This time is a much different story. So currently on the load board again, also doing my expenses from the weekend. Now this was from when I was basically stuck here in Denver. So I've been doing all these as well and putting those over into my spreadsheets. And at the same time, of course, we are having breakfast. So that's currently where we're at this moment in the day. The goal is to be out of here literally like ASAP. As soon as I get a load, plan is to get out. I got my oil change yesterday. Since once I found that I was going to be stuck basically in Denver, I went to Enterprise, got my oil changed because it was due. So got at least one thing done yesterday. So glad we got that done. At least there was something semi-productive done by getting stuck here. But regardless from that, let's just try to get this load and get the heck out of here. All right, so let's talk. There's some lessons in what I'm about to say, so if you're new in the trucking industry and you want to learn a little bit, listen up. So I got a load. The load is horrible. It's not a good load. But here's why I did it. I've been in Denver now various times. I've never had an issue getting out of Denver. I've always heard the Denver market, is not a good place to go. However, with my experience, as I said, I've gotten in Denver a few times. I've never had a problem getting out, and this paycheck to get into Denver was massive. As we've talked about, it was $4,000, it was almost $2 a mile. So that's why we came into Denver. Now, I dropped Friday morning. Since Friday morning, I have been stuck in Denver. And if you guys checked out the last vlog that I just did, which was the 2,300 mile journey from Florida to Texas, Texas to Colorado, I explain a lot of how I ended up in Colorado. So be sure to check that out. So we're in Colorado. I dropped Friday at 11 a.m. No luck on Friday, no luck on Saturday getting a load. Sunday, you're not gonna get a load. So I'm not worried about Sunday. Sunday, it's just a wash. Friday, no luck. Saturday, no luck. Spent tons of time on the load board. Just no loads. I'm talking 2-3 loads, maybe an hour, and the loads were just horrible. The rates were bad. I'm not going to Montana. I'm not going to Wyoming. I'm not going to Utah. I'm not going to middle of nowhere Vegas. I'm not going to Albuquerque, New Mexico. Why? Because if you think it's hard to get a load out of Denver, you'll never get a load out of there. And I am not about to sacrifice my week and myself to go into a place for a few $100 and be absolutely horrendous on getting out of there. So those were the loads that were available, and I'm not doing that. So here we are today. It's Tuesday. I didn't get a load on Monday. Monday was horrible. Nothing on the load board, nothing good. Really not even any good calls with brokers. It was just no loads that I was interested in. Now, going back to what I've said previously in my last video talking about calling brokers. So I call some of my brokers on the hour every hour because their systems reset and add new loads every hour. So the broker that I'm working with on this load, I called them at 7 a.m., I called them at 8 a.m., and I called them at 9 a.m. 7 and 8 a.m., they had absolutely nothing. They had one load to Utah. As we talked about, I'm not taking that. So that leads me to, I call at 9 o'clock, and they have a new load. And it is a load that would not be posted on the load board for another 45 minutes. So when I called, they said, well, we're posting this in 45 minutes. You have from now until 45 minutes to decide if you want it. If you want it, you can have it. Long story short is this. 500 miles, they wanted $400. Under $1 a mile. Now, I just took a load that was almost $2 a mile. And now we're talking under $1 per mile. Horrendous. I told him, I said, listen, man, I said, I've been stuck in Denver since Friday. I am willing to literally take this load for nothing because it puts me in a much better spot. I'll do it for $5, which is $1 per mile. He said, unfortunately, the broker will not go above 450. He knows the market in Denver right now is rough. He's kind of taking advantage of people. The most he's going to pay is 450. So I said, all right, I'll call you back in about 35, 40 minutes and let you know my decision. So it's from Aurora. It's from Aurora. I'm in Aurora, so I'm here. So there's no deadhead. And it goes to Lincoln, Nebraska. Kind of middle of nowhere. The kicker is that Kansas City, Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri are all within about 200 miles. My deadheads are normally 150 or less. 150 is kind of my max. I have done 200 just a few times for really good rates. So my decision was, do I take a chance of not getting a load today and being stuck again in Denver? Or do I take this horrible load, however, I make some money, and we'll discuss profit in a second, and then I set myself up for what could be a much better day tomorrow coming out of Kansas City, Missouri or St. Louis, Missouri. I took that. So this load, after all expenses, my profit will be about $150, which is still awful. But the way that I look at things is this. If I was in a regular 9-to-5 job and I worked, 8 hours a day, at 8 hours a day for my profit of what I'm making, this would be roughly $19 an hour. It's not good. But if I was working a 9-to-5 job and I was working for $19 an hour, that's a good day. The other thing is, I'm not losing money. I'm still making $150, and it's going to put me in much better success for tomorrow. There's no deadhead. It's going to be less than a half a tank of fuel for me. So in all, it's going to set me up for success tomorrow, whether it's coming out of Kansas City or St. Louis. And overall, I'd much rather take the chance than be stuck today in Denver again. The other thing is, it's a simple drive. It's a quick 7 hours. I don't have to pick it up until a few hours from now, so there's no rush. I can get it there first thing tomorrow at 8 a.m. and have it dropped immediately. I'm going to drop it immediately at 8 a.m. and I'm already going to have another load booked out of probably Kansas City or St. Louis by the time that load is dropped. So I'm going to drop tomorrow and immediately at 8 a.m. get on the road to my next delivery. So that's kind of the plan. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm kind of explaining to you. I know the rate's bad. Listen, but you got to do what you got to do. Sometimes you got to take that risk. It kind of all evens out. I've learned that good days and bad days, they all kind of even out, because I just had a great week last week. If you were paying attention to my last vlog, that's right, we didn't get a load over the weekend, but last week we did $6,000 of gross profit. We profited about $3,500 of that. So I guess it wasn't a great week. I was thinking we had a load over the weekend. We didn't. So I was thinking we did more like 8,000 last week, but we only did 6 last week. So we did $6,000 gross. We did 3,500 net. So we still had a good week last week. So with that being said, once again, I'm about 30 deliveries in and about 3 months in on this. So you got to take what you can get. The good days will even out with the bad days, and they'll kind of all circulate back around. So with that being said, I just finished up at IHOP. I had my breakfast here. I've been here now for 3 hours. Got my coffee. Huge parking lot here. There's semis here and stuff, so you're able to park here and be able to enjoy a good breakfast. Had a good breakfast, had some good coffee. Been on the load board, and I am leaving IHOP now, and I'm heading just about 10 minutes away to the nearest Planet Fitness. I need to shower because I stink. So I'm actually going to get in a quick workout, shower, and then get on the road to my pickup, which is in Aurora already. So that's where I shall be. So that's the plan. Let's get to it. All right, so we got in a quick workout. Workout is done. Was able to get showered up. And before I went to Planet Fitness, it took about 15 minutes. I got the whole trip planned out and did my daily projections. What I project the trip was going to be. Projection trip is about 500 miles with a profit of about $175. It's not good, as we've talked about, but you know what? Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Been on the load board trying to get some loads already out of the Lincoln area. Found actually a few, just haven't came to fruition yet, so not too big of a deal there. I'm currently about to leave and get to the pickup. And when I get to the pickup, once I'm getting loaded, I will then scout for where I'm going to stop tonight, because very, 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 very critical to know where you're going to be stopping by the end of your shift. Now, luckily, I will be able to drive straight through without any issue. I will be able to arrive there by tonight with no problem. So I'm going to find either the nearest Planet Fitness or the nearest truck stop there, and then get there in the morning. Big thing to note, I mentioned it last video, huge thing for me is Planet Fitness, and a lot of semi trucks and box trucks do the same. I sleep at Planet Fitness literally every single night. I find a 24-hour Planet Fitness. I shower every night. I work out every day. I have a bathroom every day. And they have a little like relaxing lounge if you have the black card, which of course you would if you'd be on the road. So I'm able to get a massage every night. They have a little study work area. So Planet Fitness to me is literally the best. I've met so many truckers at Planet Fitness. I just talked to a guy who he drives a semi 53-footer, and he was just in Los Angeles, and now then he went to Chicago, and then from Chicago to Denver. So just talking to him just 2 nights ago. But every night seems like there's a lot of truckers at Planet Fitness. It seems like it's a great place to go. I highly recommend it. So Planet Fitness is kind of the place that I go, and be able to really shower, shave, do all the normal things that we would do. So anyhow, with that being said, on the road to the pickup. All right, so backing into dock number 1, just got the approval. Literally, the deadhead was 8 miles, which is right because we were going Aurora to Aurora. So super simple. So gonna back in here to door number 1 and get loaded up. Tell you what, it's one of the simplest pickups ever. 8 miles, they had me fully loaded. It's only 300 pounds in not even 7 minutes. I have 0 service here, as I've come to find out with where I'm at. There's just absolutely no service. Even last night, trying to get service to work in the parking lot of Planet Fitness wouldn't work. So there's a Walmart right by.
Starting route to Walmart Supercenter.
So I'm gonna
proceed to Telluride Street, then turn left.
Gonna head to Walmart and use their Wi-Fi to get this route planned, probably pick up lunch, and then from there, get on the road. So this is it right here. 1 pallet, 300 pounds. Let's get it. All right, so let's talk some more tips and tricks here to maximize your profit, saving money, right? The more you spend on food, the less you make. So Walmart, get yourself a gallon water jug. It's very easy to fill up. It costs like 40 cents. You're always near Walmart. You can always run in, fill up 40 cents, and you got yourself some water. All I do is make sure to get some ice, which is very easy to get some ice somewhere along the way, whether at a truck stop or a gas station, and then you always have cold, fresh water. All right, let's talk the next tip. Walmart grab and go. Cheap, very quick, very fast. They have a lot of stuff. So right here, when you walk into Walmart, grab and go, they have so much stuff for a great price. So you can literally just grab, not waste time, be cheap, get on the road, and I'll show you what I get normally. This right here is all of their drinks. These, $2.38 for a Monster. It's a great price if you need an energy drink when you get tired. Even the Red Bulls, $2.50. It's a great price when you're on the road, sugar-free, but $3.68 for the large. So they have so many drinks here, really good prices. Even the Starbucks drinks, $2.94. By the way, this is a shout out to my mother because she is the one who told me about this, and all this stuff is just such greatly priced and it's really quick. They got applesauce, all sorts of fruit. You've got all these snacks you can just grab and go, all really good prices. You've got their rotisserie chicken here for about $7 if you just need a quick lunch. You got some chicken sliders, some corn dogs. You've got cookies here, you've got some bread here, and I will show you where I normally go. One right here, you can get a la carte, you can get shareable meals here at their counter. So that's a really good idea. You can get chicken tenders, boneless wings, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese. And then this right here is my other section where I'll normally go. It's all the salads, $2.97. Today, this is what we're getting. We're getting a foot-long sub. You've got pickles, you've got sushi. This is all stuff that you can just grab that you don't need a microwave for, you don't need a refrigerator for, you don't need anything for. You can just get it, grab, and go. Some more salads over here. So for me today, I'm going right here, and I'm gonna get myself a sub. It's a foot long. I'm gonna get myself a ham and Swiss. This right here is gonna be my lunch. It's gonna be my dinner. I'm gonna eat half of it for lunch. I'll eat half of it for dinner. And that's another way to save some money on the road. So you're not spending all your money on food. All right, so time to fill up. We are at, I don't even know, Rita in Fort Morgan. So I think we're still in Colorado. So gotta fill up here. I only have about 6 gallons of fuel left. I don't need any def. So I normally like to stop at Pilot because my fuel card gets massive discounts at Pilot. However, we are in the middle of nowhere. So Pilot is not an option. So fuel here is currently $3.45. Not too bad. Over the last few days, I've seen it in the low 3s, and I have also seen it in the low 4s. So at $3.45, not too bad. This will cost us about 250 bucks. Man, they don't give you very long sticks here. All right, 237, so not quite 250. That will get us about anywhere from 800 to 1,000 miles. So we can easily make it the rest of the way there. Let's go in and get paid and get back on the road.
237.75.
Alrighty. And with that, it is time to get back on the road. We got a fly in here. On the clock. So we will not have to take a break because we will be there before the break. And aside from that, we are good to go. Right now we've got 917 miles until we hit empty, so should not have any problem as we only have about 400 miles until we're there. Funny, a lot of these parts of Colorado, Texas, New Mexico, their speed limits are 75, but this truck is governed at 70. And then you got absolute jerks like this guy behind us who you pass a truck in the passing lane, and as soon as you go to get back over, this guy decides to swerve into the non-passing lane and tries to pass you, which then almost causes an accident. You always got to be aware of the other people because people do not pay attention, they don't think, and they only try to get to where they want to get as soon as possible. So about 3.5 hours to go. I don't really have much to show right now because we have been just driving down this road with absolutely nothing around us except grass. We just started actually getting some trees, so that's something. But for the most part, this journey has been quite boring. If you've ever driven through Nebraska or outskirts of Colorado or Kansas, you know what I'm talking about. So this journey has been quite boring. Like I said, we got 3.5 hours to go. Nothing really to do or say. We're just cruising on. We don't have to take a break. We have no issues aside from just pushing forward and getting there. Should be there right around 8 o'clock. And then once we are there around 8, we will go to Planet Fitness and get some work done. Like I said earlier, going to edit this vlog, going to do the projections for the trip tomorrow out to New Orleans, and that's kind of the plan. Probably get a massage, get a shower, and then head to bed. But in the meantime, 3.5 hours to go, 8 o'clock arrival. Let's keep on pushing. So I wanted to just talk about one of the things I wanted to address was the toxicity and the negativity in the trucking culture. Now, before getting into this, you know, you hear it's a dog-eat-dog market business, and it is. There's a lot of truckers that don't care at all about anything except themselves. That's fine. That's not me. Hence the reason we're making videos. We're trying to engage, trying to answer questions for free. You know, we're out here trying to learn, tell stories. I'm just shocked at how people talk to other truckers, whether in other forums or other people's personal business pages, or even just like to me. Like, you know, I post pretty regularly now, at least as far as shorts and reels are concerned. The amount of hate that I get because I'm new. I shouldn't be making videos because I'm new. Or, God forbid, I'm on a 10-hour drive and I'm wearing Crocs and people light me up because I'm wearing Crocs. Or I stopped to get fuel at Wawa and people are like, well, us semi guys can't do that. You should learn how to drive a semi, you know, and stop calling yourself a trucker because you're driving a box truck. First off, comments like that don't bother me. In fact, I find them hilarious because people have nothing better to do than sit behind a keyboard or a phone and talk crap to somebody that they don't know. And I can guarantee you that the people who are talking crap aren't even doing what I'm doing. And if they are a trucker driving a semi, great for you. But those people talking crap are probably not even driving 950 miles a day like I just did on the last trip. They're probably driving 4 and 5. We all drive with an ELD. We all run thousands of miles a month. We're all doing the same thing. We all have to abide by the same regulations, the same laws. The only difference is you have a 53-foot trailer, I have a 26-foot box. There's no difference. I don't care what you say. And I'm not going to be driving this box forever. I'm going to be getting into the semi game, as I've mentioned. I'm going to be buying semis. And I was even joking with one guy. I said, you know what, man? I'll just hire you. You want to talk all this crap about how great a driver you are and how big your semi is, I'll just hire you. But you're going to have to get an attitude adjustment first. Because the people that just come on and just talk all this BS and all this crap for no reason. Like, I'm not here talking bad about anybody. I'm not here putting anybody down. I'm not here being negative towards anybody. All I'm doing is sharing my experiences on the road, trying to help people, trying to have people learn from me. I'm trying to learn from other people. And that's it. And if you find the need to come onto my page
and talk crap, well, that's great because it doesn't bother me at all. And in fact, all it's doing is helping the algorithm and helping my engagement. So thank you. I don't care how toxic or how dog eat dog this business is. This page is not going to be like that. This page is for people who want to hang out, want to join a community, want to be in a community full of like-minded people, whether we're all trying to grow trucking businesses, whether we're just on-the-road truckers, whether you're a local trucker, whether you drive a FedEx truck or a UPS truck, or you drive a semi, if you drive a 53-foot reefer or a 26-foot box or a 53-foot cattle hauler. I don't care. It's just a community of people who want to learn, who want to interact, who want to get better, who want to build an online community. That's what this is for. So all the negativity, all the dog-eat-dog crap, I don't care. You can throw it out the window. It's not going to bother me. We're just focused on the goals ahead, focused on the miles ahead, focused on building this community, focused on helping other people get better, focusing on my life and my wife's life to get better, focusing on our family and the goals that we have laid out in front of us. So that's just something that along this super long route, I just wanted to jump on and talk about. We're almost there. We have about 40 minutes. It's been a super, super easy drive. Just really, really boring. If you look out the window here, this is all it's been. I feel like I'm driving through Ohio again. You don't know, I used to live in Ohio, and this is all you would see. Now I live in Florida, and now it's water and beaches. But that's all I've seen for roughly 7 hours. All right, guys, so we have officially gotten off of the exit. We have about 10 minutes, about 5.7 miles to our destination for this evening. Now, keep in mind, we are not going to our drop-off tonight. We are going to Planet Fitness about 2 miles away, but we are basically here. So next 10 minutes, just settle in here and enjoy a little bit of the end of this evening drive through Lincoln, Nebraska. But look at that straight ahead. I think that's where the Nebraska Cornhuskers play football. It's definitely a football stadium. I know nothing about Nebraska. I know Nebraska's in the Big Ten, and I know that they consistently lose to Ohio State every year. But that has to be where the Cornhuskers play football. First time in Lincoln, Nebraska. Really, honestly, this might be my first time in Nebraska in general. I've never had a reason to come to Nebraska. Okay, and we're gonna slam on the brakes. Looks to be like a looks to be a bit older, not much downtown-esque buildings, not tall skyscrapers, kind of just small. It's about the only building that I see that is decently tall. And I was right. I just looked down to the left, and that was the stadium, and on top of the stadium is a giant football with an N, so it is officially confirmed that is where the Nebraska Cornhuskers play. St. Mary's Catholic Church. All right. we had a St. Mary's Catholic Church in my hometown of Lancaster, Ohio. So just because we're sitting here, if you ever go to a construction site in a truck, you will need your vest, and you will also need a hard hat, which I have right in here. But I came prepared when I started this, but just an FYI, I have delivered to a construction site before. And if you deliver to a construction site, 99% of the time, you need to make sure you have a vest and you also have a hard hat. Because if you don't, they will not let you in. Which means, of course, you would have to go to the nearest store and pick one up. But what if you're running, you know, time's a ticking, you've got 5 minutes to your drop off, and then you find out you got to run to the store, right? So it's best to be prepared. So just a little thrown tip in there for you. What is this? This looks like a high school or a college. I don't know. What is this? This is, yeah, Lincoln High School. Definitely looks older. A lot of character in this town, that's for sure. A lot of like old time vibes. I feel like I'm kind of living in the 90s. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just different. Like everything nowadays is so modern, and this is not modern. I don't feel like I'm living in the year 2024 right now. Should be a cool town to explore though. Like, just had a day to just walk around town, drive around town, kind of explore a little bit. I'm sure there's a lot here that you don't see just through this path. Nice little neighborhoods, nice houses. Now see, this is one of those times where Apple Maps, so far these two have been simultaneous. However, my truck GPS says 1.8 make a right, this says 1.3 make a right. Since I'm in a town and I don't know the clearance or the weight restrictions, I will most certainly be following the trucker GPS. Now, if I'm on a freeway or an interstate or a highway, most of the time I'll go ahead and follow Apple Maps because you know that you're not going to really have any height restrictions or weight restrictions. However, when you're in town, definitely want to abide by your trucking GPS. That way you're certain to not run into any issues. My gosh, though, this road is bumpy as hell. That's why I moved over into this lane, because this lane over here is just horrendous. This ain't much better, but oh, jeez. But that's an awesome basketball court. If I had some time, I'd get right there, 1 mile from the destination. Sun's going down. If it wasn't getting later and I had some time, I would totally have went there. I bring my basketball with me, so anytime I see a court and I got some time, I just go out and shoot some hoops. And I can see that I was right, because if I'm looking at my truck GPS, all we're going to do is make a loop. Whereas here on Apple Maps, we could just make a right and end up there. However, I can see that this is going to be pretty tight and why we're not going down this road. So we're going to pass this up. We're going to follow this to our final destination. I also got to see if I want to get some food tonight. I ate that sup that I got at Walmart, and I haven't decided if I'm hungry or not. I try not to spend a lot of money out on the road for obvious reasons, as we've talked about, because every penny that I spend is a penny that doesn't go towards the business. And when you're trying to build a business, you know, at scale, you've got to be able to minimize your expenses. So once we pull in, I'm gonna pull out the GPS and see if there's, I know there's a lot of places around just from looking before I got here. I just don't know if it's anything that I want to go to or anything that's worth time.
It's always like my mom. I tell her when I'm gonna get somewhere when I leave, and sure enough, she just texted me, "Are you there?" Right on time. I'm just about to pull in. All right, this is the last little strip here. We'll pull into the parking lot just up here. It's a nice little running trail here. I worked out this morning, obviously, before I came here in case I didn't have time, and I don't really have any intention of working out tonight since I already did today, but this could be a decent running trail if I wanted to do a few miles and then shower. Planet Fitness is 24 hours, so if I wanted to sacrifice a little bit of sleep, I could most certainly do it. All right. And we have officially arrived. There is Planet Fitness. Okay. Now, where do we want to park? Because I try to find a spot so I don't have to move. Probably just go in right here, honestly. This looks like a decent spot. Just pull straight forward. And we are parked. So it's 8:22. So I know that my 10-hour reset, I can go back on the clock at 6:22. We have to be at our drop by 8A. So we'll have plenty of time. I'll get up early, get some breakfast, maybe do a workout. I'll definitely do a workout probably, because I don't think tomorrow, after driving for 11 hours, I'm going to want to do it at the end. So probably get up early, grab a workout, get some breakfast, shower, do a quick PTI, and then get to the drop. So that's kind of the plan for tomorrow. But what do you guys thinking for food? Let's see what's around here. So there's a lot in this little area. You've got taco place, you've got McDonald's, Freddy's frozen custard and steak burgers, Wendy's, Pepper Jack's Grill, Ramos Pizza, Arby's, Rolling Walk, and that's about it. McDonald's. I just had Mexican food over the weekend at Chili's. I really don't want tacos. I don't want Mexican. Wendy's, Arby's. That Ramos Pizza sounds kind of good, but I don't know. Maybe I have to check some reviews on that. I thought I saw... Okay, no. McDonald's is right here. That's definitely where I'll probably go for breakfast tomorrow. All right, so I decided to go to Wendy's. Gonna go to McDonald's in the morning for breakfast. Just talking to my mom, and she's like, "Yeah, you're not gonna want McDonald's if you're gonna go there in the morning." I'm like, "Yeah, you're probably right." So I have a coupon. Coupons save money. Buy one Baconator, get one for free. So we're gonna get 2 Baconators for $7. So I'm just walking, it's literally just right across the street. Gonna walk over to Wendy's, come back with a full stomach, and then we're gonna head into Planet Fitness and start editing this video. Good morning, guys. I don't even think that I finished up the last night with the vlog. Anyhow, I don't know. I went into Planet Fitness last night, and very against my will because I was exhausted. Edited up until this point in the video, got that done, and then I was like, I'm done. Like, I'm exhausted. Came back to the truck, passed out. It poured here last night in Lincoln, which helps you sleep well. So it's up pretty good. Anyhow, went to McDonald's this morning just about 20 minutes ago. Got myself a BOGO, of course, because always coupons. You buy one breakfast sandwich, you get one for free. So I've got 2 of those here. I got myself a coffee, and we are about to hit the road to the drop-off. It is 6 minutes away. So literally 6 minutes drop, and then we are driving an hour to Omaha for that pickup. We're not really on a time crunch, but we are, because I want to drop the load in New Orleans by tomorrow night. So all day drive today, all day drive tomorrow, so I can drop. That's the plan. We'll see. I also have to get some cat scales for that load because we are going to be pushing 10,000 pounds. I need to make sure that we're good. So that's going to take a little bit of time as well. However, that whole section is going to be in the next video. But before that, we are going to go drop this and get this load knocked out so we can cut it off the board and get paid. All right, so 5 minutes later, we are practically here. We are making our right onto what should be the final turn. Tell you what, the roads around here in Lincoln are absolutely horrible. So we are looking for Lincoln Laminating Company. It should be right up here on the right in 0.4 miles. And like we said yesterday, this is literally like one pallet, but it's super long. It's like, I didn't realize how long it was. It's probably 8 to 10 feet long, but that's it. That's it. So take it for what it is. We'll see how long it takes them to unload, but it should be right up here. Right here. This looks to be it. I see LL on their door, which would stand for Lincoln Laminating, and sure enough, there it is. So now we just need to find out, where do we go to unload? All right. Hello, I have a drop off. Just wanted to make sure I'm going to the right spot. I know I'm going here, I just don't know where to take it.
Oh, what do we got here?
So while we're waiting here, they should be coming out in just a moment to unload. Just wanted to recap on the importance of what I did. And what I did doesn't necessarily mean it's right for you, but it's what I did and it worked for me. I took a load that was not good, right? This is 500 miles for $450. Not good at all. I was stuck in Denver on Friday, stuck there on Saturday, stuck there on Monday. Did I risk a chance of getting stuck there on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? Or did I just say, you know what, we're gonna take the risk, we're gonna go for it, and we're gonna hope that we can get another load in a better position near Lincoln, Kansas City, and that's exactly what happened. We're able to, of course, within an hour of being on the road, we were able to book that load to New Orleans. So that's why I did it. It was still a profit of about $175 at the end of the day, and it put me in better position for this load. So now we're gonna drop this. We have an hour drive to Omaha, and then from Omaha, we are heading to New Orleans. So that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. I'm gonna end the video right here because I'm gonna make sure this gets dropped and then literally get on out to Omaha. Just kidding, not done yet. I forgot that I did want to share with you guys factoring and the necessary things needed to be done once you drop a load. So I use RTS factoring, and if you don't know what factoring is, in the trucking industry, you get paid like every 20 to 30 days, sometimes longer. Most people can't sit around and wait 20 to 30 days for the rate that they did to be able to get paid. So what do? Instead is they get a factoring company. So I use RTS Financial. It's 3% for next day. So basically, sorry, I'm just looking for what I'm looking for here. So basically what I do is When I get paid, or sorry, when I get dropped, I take a picture of my BOL, which in this case I have 2. So I scan them into my phone. Then I take my rate con, and all I do is upload my rate con and my BOL into my RTS app. I put the amount, I put the PO number, which is listed on the rate con, and then that's it. And I get paid. I'll get paid next day. As long as it's in before 12 p.m. Central Time, I get paid next day. So basically this will go in my account first thing tomorrow morning. So that's kind of how factoring works. That's a quick overview. If you have more questions or you want to know more, feel free to let me know down below in the comments, and I will do my best to get everything answered for you. So just wanted to touch base on that, let you guys know, because that was something that I did want to put out here. So if you guys have any questions, comments, let us know down below. Aside from that, hit the like button, show your support on this video, and of course hit subscribe, because I'm doing a ton of these videos. Every single time I go out, we're making a video. So in about 5 minutes, I'm gonna start making the next video, which is gonna be Omaha to New Orleans. So with that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Peace out, and remember, you create your own story.